And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Miss Goldie Robinson. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Don't let that go over your head. That means you're a good person, if that's your character. For real. Shout out to you. Lovely Aneka is in the building this morning. That's my fellow content creator sister right there. Go ahead and click Lovely Aneka's name. Go over to her platform. Share the love. Keep it in the family. That's what we do. Shout out to everybody else tuning in. Remember the postal workers. The Buffalo Soldier says, remember the postal workers. You know, there are so many occupations out there. Me I go big you up to. But somebody called the other day and said, SouFLo, don't forget to big up the so-and-so, and you must big us up every morning from now on. And I've already forgotten what that name of that occupation was. So, and I'm not me a whole personal, I just forget. I can't big up every profession. But since you say it here this morning, big up the postal workers as well. All right. Let's do a quick shout out before we get into our show. People aren't getting their notifications, so a lot of people are going to show up later, but they show up later, they'll watch it later. They'll miss a great part of the live. Not going to be on for long this morning because I have a lot going on that I have to tend to at an early time this morning. So we're going to give this about an hour and a half. That should be it. But the hour and a half is a long live. It's a long live. Most people ain't watching the hour and a half full anyways. My algorithms tell me so. So, you know, we're going to put in an hour and a half this morning at max. Miss Goldie Robinson, first one in the Buffalo Soul, the rest right there. Big up yourself. Great goodies. Mr. Article Don is in the building. Audrey Wright says, morning fam and present teacher. Audrey, big up yourself. Crystal G is with us this morning. Virtuous Fire is here. Sharon Spence is also here with us this morning. Sean Cassell is in the building. Nance, good morning. Thank you for being here as well. Audrey says, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. Thank you. Christine Williams is with us this morning. Christine Williams, thank you for joining the family. Thank you for being a part of this. Marilyn Grant's in here this morning as well. The Buffalo Soul, the rest is here. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building. Lovely Aneka says we're back to regular time now because the late live kill me. I mean, I have to go hide and listen to it at work. You know what, Lovely Aneka? I don't think we're back to regular time now. I just think blame Shakira. Blame Shakira because I have to be working around her schedule and when she have things are going and all these other things. You know how that go already. So, yeah, if it was up to me, it would be one time every day, same time, because I don't like changes. But, you know, we have to do what we have to do same way. So, you're going to miss a lot of the lives because a lot of the times we are going to not be going the time where, yeah. So, blame Shakira. Okay, me I go complain to her then. Yes, go complain to her, please. 5Field63 is in the building with us. Afternoon, SouFLo, and everyone else on this platform all the way from England. Sheldon Weldon is in the building this morning. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Trini L. Bay. Trini L. Bay, I appreciate you greatly, man. And I got that. I got it, and I thank you, and I appreciate you greatly. To the lady who said she sent me something in the mailbox, I still have not checked it yet. And I swear to you, I keep saying I'm going to. Explaining to people how busy your life is, they won't understand. And I've learned this over the years now, especially when their life is not as busy as yours. They can't fathom that your life could possibly be this busy. Today, babe, can you please remind me today to go check the mailbox, please? If me no member, you should remember. Sometimes the two we don't make one. So You know, she gonna forget, Tommy, I gonna forget. But I'm putting it out there. Hopefully she'll remind me if I don't, right? So we got stuff starting early in the morning. So Simon G, big up yourself. Donna Davis, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Naisha is in the building as well. Nans, you don't know it, go already. Enough love. Pussy G, haven't seen you in a minute. I was wondering if things were all right with you, and I hope they were. Glad to see you here this morning as well. We're going to get into the topics. We can't spend all morning just a big up everybody, so I wish we could, though. Tracy Caravan, thank you for being here, joining us this morning. So these are our topics this morning. We have to start off with Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt's dad has died. Usain Bolt's father, Wellesley Bolt, has passed away. All right, we're going to talk about that and some other things surrounding Usain. Wherever y'all see him on social media, go wrap your arms around him virtually. Give him some love and some support and some comfort. That is our Jamaican brother and ambassador to the fullest. We had this discussion many times where I spoke about Usain's love for Jamaica and the fact that he rose to such prominence and has such power globally and could do so much damage if he wanted to, if he was a vindictive person, because of the big wrong that was done to him in his own country. And he hasn't even done that. Instead, he's done even one greater, which we're going to talk about this morning, along with the passing of his dad, right? And of course, we're going to tie in all the other stuff about live life, cause life short. And today you're here, and tomorrow you're gone, right? All right. There's another one on the table this morning. We're going to talk about stops the streaming madness while driving. An accident happened in Jamaica recently. If you look at the icon for this video this morning where it says driving in Jamaica gone wrong again, those four faces you see are the four individuals who passed away in that accident. Pussy G, where you say work like Rihanna? I get it. I understand it to the fullest. Yes, it takes precedence most times. The bills have to pay, not true, and life have to be maintained and these kind of things. All right. Then we're going to talk about driving in Jamaica. Then we're going to talk about our Minister of National Security, Dr. Chang, who now vows to eradicate all the gangs from out of the communities. You know, politics are running a politics time now. I have something to say again with or along those lines concerning that. And then we'll jump over to the United States of America. Something that really piques my interest is Hegseth. Hegseth is who Donald Trump has put in charge of a certain sector, and he has ordered the same physical requirements done for men as for women in combat. I am was a combat soldier. I wear the blue cord, the infantry. So when I left and I found out that women were now allowed to be in the infantry, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And I didn't like it not because I didn't want women there. I didn't like it because of a million different reasons, which this one should be a bit fun, but also somebody called the other day and said, SouFlo, we want to hear more about your military life and them something there. I think this is a good part to give you some insight into what actually happens in that world. You know what I mean? And why I think women shouldn't have been in it in the first place. But these are the things we're going to talk about this morning. Now, like I said, I'll start off with Usain Bolt. I start with my glasses on this morning to block these bright lights, but I realized people couldn't see my eyes. I never want you to think I'm start the morning drunk or high or nothing, so I'm show my big pretty eye them so you can see I'm very clear and I'm here, and then I gotta put on my glasses when I can't take the light them no more. Y'all see these big box lights? They're super bright. They hurt your eyes after a while. All right. Let's go with Usain Bolt's story first. Man, I feel for Usain, man. I have not buried a parent yet. I've buried my grandparents, and which my grandparents were, sit them right there over me. That's to show you, and I keep them there, right? And I speak about them all the time to show you the significance of their impact on my life. But I can't imagine burying a parent or a child. You know, I watch my parents, both parents, bury children, and I watch others bury their parents. I can't imagine the pain, and that's a part of life, though. That's a part of life. It's a part of life that you know is coming. Either somebody are gonna bury you, or you're gonna have to bury somebody. This we're starting out sober this morning. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. And sometimes I get paranoid just thinking about it coming. But it makes me also on the other side realize that there's no time to waste. There's no time to just be on frivolous BS and stuff that don't really benefit your happiness while you're here, kind of thing, or what you're trying to accomplish, because that clock is ticking. Whether you stop talking or lay down to sleep or whatever you're doing, that clock don't wait for you. Time is moving, you know what I mean? And these things are inevitable. They are coming. They are coming. That's the part of life. So Usain Bolt's dad is dead at the age of 68. Father of the Olympic legend has passed away after a battle with a illness. Nowadays, I notice that people don't like to say what illness it was that took out a family member or friend. Back in the day, them would have say, say this sugar killing me, say I cancer, I'm dead from, But nowadays, people just don't say. I don't know. And it's something that's been trending. When people just don't say, or they say at a later date, right? Anyways, Usain Bolt's father, Wellesley Bolt, has died at the age of 68. The Olympic legend's dad passed away on Monday after a lengthy battle with an illness, according to local media in Jamaica. Wellesley has often been credited for the stunning success of his son, Usain Bolt, who found success in his career, having won 8 gold medals before retiring, 8 Olympic gold medals, rather, before retiring. That is a feat that still has not been beaten many years after Bolt's retirement. He also still holds the Olympic record, world record, for the 100-meter and the 200 meters. That's still all the fast people they are coming up with. Oh, this is going to be the next Bolt. And you see, nobody is breaking it, right? Shows you the magnitude of this accomplishment. Anyways, his daddy was very instrumental in all of this. I remember watching him in a video where he said, Usain used to love cricket. Cricket time thing. He used to love cricket and football, which we call soccer. And, kill him dead at that him want do, soccer and, and cricket. But I saw it in him that he could run. I said, anyhow, you can get some good training, I'm gone, So I made sure that I put him in track and field, and he never used to like it. His dad basically forced him to run track and field, and Usain never like it, right? And look at what he became out of it. Again, kind of shows the importance of a father that is there, a father that is actually connected to his kids and study them and could see from early what they are cut out to be. You know what I mean? And his dad did that, man. So Wellesley actually worked in the coffee industry for 16 years before managing a local grocery store with his wife, Jennifer, Usain's mom, providing for their family in a community with limited resources like running water and paved roads. So they never left their community. All the millions and millions of dollars and the high accomplishments that they earned via their son, they never left their community. They never left their people. They're truly like the crust of Jamaican people, like what Jamaica is about, our people, right? Some people get some money and the first thing them do, they move, go uptown. The next thing they do is disconnect from everybody that they came up with. I go back around them dirty foot people there. I like they too rough down a country for me. I'm steak and lobster every day now, and I'm sitting on top of this big, huge mansion and looking over the city. And, they never became that. And they surely could have become that, and they didn't. Wellesley worked in the coffee industry for 16 years before retiring to set up a shop in his community and ran that shop up until this. He leaves behind his children, Usain, Sadiki, and Christine Bolt Hilton. With that, tributes quickly began flowing in from the sprinter's stepfather, for the sprinter's stepfather, or for the sprinter's stepfather. My tongue are tied this morning. Tributes began quickly flowing in for the sprinting star's father. Let me let me correct and clear that up, because I don't want nobody come thump me down a road. I saw somebody who does social media said something about Sean Paul's child possibly being a jacket, and I don't know if him thinks that because Sean Paul just sing like just give me the light, and I want him look half white from Uptown, that it couldn't get violent until he ran into Sean Paul in the streets, and it actually looked like it could have gotten really violent. So sometimes people talk in passing. Anyways, tributes quickly began flooding in for the sprinting star's father, Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness, he wrote this. He said, I join with every Jamaican in extending my deepest and most sincere condolences to Usain Bolt. That is laughable to me. His beloved mother, Mistress Jennifer Bolt, and the entire Bolt family following the passing of their patriarch, the head of their family, Mr. Wellesley Bolt. Hey, Mr. Holness, me not go farther than Yasuf, he said this. True, me not attached to no corporate entity or nothing. Me can say some of the things them where everybody else now go really want to say. Me not go past this without say this to you. If you really, really, really did feel that kind of way, you see, make sure say you say and get back in money. And I know you can. And I know some people who worship you are gonna say everything in the call Andrew name far. But sir, if it was your 12 million US dollars, me sure you would have get it back already. You would have moved heaven and earth. You would have used all the people that are in a position of power to make that happen. So all we ask you to do, you see, is make sure so the man get back in money. Okay? All right. Now, Mr. Bolt was the father of a global icon. I'm continuing with the Prime Minister's speech or his note. He said that Mr. Bolt was the father of a global icon and a strong, quiet force behind one of Jamaica's greatest sons. His presence, support, and guidance helped to shape a legacy that continues to inspire the world. You speak so highly of Usain, sir? Huh? Mr. Andrew Holness, you speak so highly of Usain? Help him get back his money. The man want back his money. As quiet as it kept him want back his money. Usain, he said, we have all witnessed the deep love and respect you've always shown for your family. You celebrated them with pride. And in doing so, you reminded us of the importance of family in our own lives. Let me help you out, sir, Mr. Prime Minister. You saying, I'm going to remix your words a little bit. You saying, we have all witnessed the deep love and respect you've always shown for Jamaica. You celebrated us and continue to celebrate us with pride. And in doing so, you have reminded the rest of us the importance of our civic duties and our national pride. That sounds good. Something like that you should have said. Because you don't really care about Usain family at all. Anyway, as you grieve their loss, the prayers and the support of an entire nation are with you. We mourn with you, we stand with you, and we honor the memory of your father alongside you. Mr. Andrew Holness, sir, I don't buy it. Remember, he's not a biased person. Some idiot are going to get on here and say, I true you're PMP. Why you say them something about the Prime Minister? When he handled U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio the other day, and he said, let's make this very clear. The Cuban doctors are an intricate part of our, medical system or healthcare system in Jamaica, and have done great things for us. In other words, we're not looking to separate with them anytime soon. And that stuff you talking about, human trafficking, that doesn't apply to us because we don't do that. right? I applauded you, sir. I said, damn, you have a backbone at least a little bit. I didn't think you were going to do it. I thought you're going to sell way out, like how you sell out everything else in Jamaica, but you actually stood up. And I said, wow, you know, good stance. So I'm not partial when it comes to giving unto Caesar what is due unto Caesar. But let's be very realistic. And yes, I think this is the appropriate time to say it, because in any other time setting, for some reason you might have missed it, right? So while I applaud these words, this just looked like another attempt to grab a piece of the spotlight or something for me, because you haven't said anything about Usain's money. This is millions of US dollars we're talking about. You haven't said anything about that. You haven't lent your powers to helping to recover his monies, but here you are talking about how you stand with him and you mourn with him, and you know you love his family like it's yours and all these other kind of things. People need money to take care of them family, sir. So if you not care about my money with them thief, then you don't really care about me or my family, because how am I gonna take care of them without my money? Help me get back the money, please, so I can take care of my family, like how you can take care of yours. And when and me still remember, so when time SSL was sinking, going under, for your money get take out first before it go down. Yeah, so we don't know if you did have some inside information or somebody said, hey Andrew, them are gonna sink SSL, so see for your like a piece of money before it go down. But we haven't forgotten all that, sir. But thanks for your kind words. Well, Bolt has yet to comment on the situation in his own social media as yet. Olivia Grange, a member of parliament in Jamaica, added, she said, I offer my sincerest condolences to Jennifer, Usain, and the rest of the Bolt family. It's going to be a difficult time, but I encourage them to be comforted by the memory of a very, very good father. And Mr. Wellesley Bolt was that. To be quite honest, he passed at 68 years old. Mr. Wellesley Bolt, I'll say this. If I leave Earth at 68 years old and my children or my child has accomplished as much as Usain has accomplished, I would leave with a smile on my face. Like, you know, when the mortician them fix you up for your casket, I don't want no burial anyways. I want a cremation, but that's another topic. Because I don't want nobody lock me in a no casket and bury me under no ground and them kind of something there. You know, and then make me rotten in a one box or something. Burn me up, please. I'm going to sprinkle my ashes or run a one part and one place. I will leave specific instructions. But when my time comes, you know, just drop me two more corner them like this. I'll make me smile big and then wave me off like that. I am very conscious that life is not forever. I am very conscious that it can leave you at any minute. 68 years, I think, is still young. But he did a lot in his life, seen a lot in his life, experienced way more than most of us will ever get to experience. Most of us don't have a child that is regarded as world record holder of two titles, how many 8 Olympic gold medals, the greatest sprinter ever lived, all this other stuff, and the millions of millions. I think is this year Usain is, I think he passed 100 million in his net worth, 100 million US dollars in his net worth. That's probably why they're like, you know, we're not forgiving back his money. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Indeed.
Just adding a little thing to what you're just saying about. You're saying, you know, the money was placed for the parents' retirement, so it is called West Gen Retirement Fund. That's why the lady, Miss Panton, said that the name was not there when she saw that list, right? So it was in West Gen. So it was for the legacy, the man stress right out, whatever sickness you have, a stress put on top of it, you know?
Yeah. You know, yeah. And although his I'm sure his son was telling him that daddy don't stress, man, because honestly, you know, we have more money than that. But at the principle kind of thing.
It's the principle.
You know how old school Jamaican parents are? I told you one time I get a little small check and I told my grandmother, and my grandmother said, but you turn millionaire. Because they take money value differently. You know, it's people where if if them see a penny, them pick it up kind of thing, and them say waste not, want not. So
Yes.
it could be the stress added to that too, and seeing,
Of course.
yeah, I agree.
But for that hypocrite to come out now and be glorifying the man as if, and until now he has not mentioned anything about the SSL.
Exactly. That's my point.
Know?
Yeah.
Just so hypocritical.
Like an ambulance chaser.
Just you see it.
Yeah.
Right, that's all.
Right, that's all.
I go back in the chat.
All right, my sister.
Yes, bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, so boy, how should I say this now? Now to Usain's father, I highly applaud him. We know he was a good dad. We know he led by example about what kind of a man to be. But me did have people like that in my life too, right? And me is a country boy, just like Usain is a country boy. Trelawney, Usain them come from, Clarendon me come from. We are yellow yam people, and we are farming people, farming communities, and these kind of things. The rurals of Jamaica, the little country bunk in them kind of thing, and just the way how Usain loves Jamaica, to me, says a whole lot. Now, there was a part where wifey came in here one morning and she said, "Oh, you never tell the audience yet about Usain donations recently." And I said, "Oh, damn, I should have, but I forgot." And now this happened. I think it's the perfect timing to bring this up. If it was me, like Twani did say, if I did me, them couldn't get a penny out of me. But me think me hear wife is say, well, Usain is not looking at it that way. He's looking at it like these children didn't do him nothing and they need his help. And he's still blessed enough to be in a position to help. May I tell you, I want good heart youth, Usain Bolt is a good heart youth, When I saw him out the road, nighttime, I buy food off a jerk drum vendor. I said, ain't too many people with a net worth and the fame, world fame, like that, just so down to earth. And all we are going in the man country, the man still just connected like a regular youth. Put on him slippers and walk down the road kind of thing. Kingston, Jamaica, sprint legend Usain Bolt has reaffirmed his commitment to his alma mater, William Knibb Memorial High School, with a $2 million donation to support the school's track and field team ahead of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, or ISA, Boys and Girls Athletic Championships, which is CHAMPS, that just passed. According to Principal Linvern Wright, Bolt's contribution received by the school 2 weeks ago at the time of this writing, but it was most recently, will ensure that the team is well prepared for the highly anticipated event that was set to take place from March 25th to the 29th. He expressed gratitude for Usain Bolt's continued support despite the personal financial challenges that Usain Bolt, has faced in recent times. One of the things that he has said, he said, "Principal, no matter what is happening, you see, what you hear happening out there, to me, I am still committed to my school. I'm not committed to contributing I'm still committed to contributing to the school. Whatever is happening to me, whatever I am missing right now, is not going to affect this commitment that I made to this school." And he continues to do this year after year. So we received about 2 weeks ago in an account $2 million from Usain Bolt to the team to go to Champs. So this year we're going to Champs. We want to give a round of applause for that, the principal of the school said. The funds will cover essential expenses, including housing for the students, food, transportation for the team, which has grown to over 50 athletes this year. The principal emphasized how significant Usain Bolt's contribution is in ensuring that the students' success at the prestigious track and field event is made possible. Bolt, who has been a supporter of the school's athletic program, had previously contributed in various ways, including securing a bus for the institution in 2012 and providing gear, like all the stuff that they needed through his sponsor, Puma. Remember me telling us that we support Puma every time Milani come kick up our Puma's shoulder? Right. So the principal recalled that during Usain Bolt's visit to the school in October 2022, he increased his annual contribution from $500,000, which he was given already, to $2 million to assist the team. Then we never had many persons going to champs back then. Now our team is over 50 strong. And so that is a significant help in terms of housing, in terms of food for the kids, in terms of transportation, and all the things these student athletes need to excel. According to Usain Bolt's resilience in the face of financial difficulties, particularly those related to the Stocks and Securities Limited SSL fraud scandal, the principal commended the Olympian on unwavering dedication. You know, some people would have said, boy, you see what me I got through still, them thief my 12 million US or something. I really have nothing for give this year still, you know. When them give me back my money, me might have something to give again. Usain looks past that. He's like, that's going on, it's that's going on. I made a commitment to this school, and I'm going to stick to my commitment to this school. Increased his giving from 500,000 to 2 million. And he did that since 2022. I am particularly appreciative, and the community is particularly appreciative, because we know the difficulties that he has been through with this whole SSL thing. And I think that what it points to is a commitment that is even beyond any kind of adversity he may be going through. And I think that we appreciate it more because of that. You know, they have a saying, right? People who have a lot and them give you a thing, that's all cool and fine and stuff, because nobody no owe you nothing. And you're thankful. But you see the people them will have very little and still find something to give, that right there is to be honored and respected. What I hope that young people will show their appreciation by medaling, by training hard, by participating with, to the fullest, right? Because I'm sure he will be proud to know that his school medals on his behalf and on his alma mater's behalf. The William Nib team is hopeful for success in several events, and the principal expressing confidence in their ability to bring home these medals. I didn't follow them up to see how many medals they won, if they won any at all. I just wanted more likely to highlight how Usain Bolt is when it comes to, I speak about him all the time and how much him love Jamaica. And I've said it before, if I did my money them tech, I would use all my damn influence. I would be on BBC. I would be on Good Morning America. I would be, because it's Usain Bolt. So all his agent has to do is make one phone call. He's on their morning show and their biggest platforms, and start talking about how bad it is to invest in Jamaica, because your money will go. If they can steal 12 million of mine and I'm Usain Bolt, what do you think they're going to do to you? You don't even have 12 million to invest. How much you going to put in? 2 mil? They'll steal it. 5? They'll steal it. If he was vindictive, he could have been doing that. And nobody in Jamaica now get nothing from me neither till me get back my money. But that's not him. He's just not like that. Right? And that is to be respected. Well, I think the boys have done well. I think in the 4x4, but we expect to medal in the relays. We have. And I think we have the 200 meter class 2 champion, and I hope that those persons are able to come through, is how the principal finished this. So big up to Usain Bolt, any which part of that. We recognize you. We recognize you for everything that you are and for all that you've contributed. A great ambassador, a superb example of, you know, a little country youth that turned into an international icon, not just Jamaica icon. You know, and you did it and you still stay grounded. And in these times, losing a parent, you know, we can't do nothing but send out our condolences to you. Something that I don't even think condolences can help you with, but, you know, it's the thing to do. So we genuinely send out our condolences to you until it is our time, who haven't experienced something like this, to go through something like this. Who knows it? Who feels it knows it? Who feels it knows it? So Bolt, go on hold it, my G. And I know you have people around you who love you and support you and who will, walk with you through this storm. This storm. To your mom, because that was her life partner. That's even deeper. That was your dad, but that was mommy's life partner. That too. Funny enough, there's a saying that says, not a saying, it's statistics from the NFL. I shared it before on my audience, to my audience. I don't know, true on it if you want to, or leave it if you want to. But they did a survey and it says that not one NFL quarterback in the history of the NFL that made it to the Super Bowl ever came from a single mother home or a single parent home. That's deep. That's deep. That's not only making it to the top of athletics in high school, transferring into college, being at the cream of the crop, so much so that the NFL wants you to play and pays you millions to pay, but then going to the top of the NFL, not one in their entire history came from a single parent household. Not only that, even if you look at people like the top of our music game, you have a Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel comes from a mother and father home. The top of the world sprinter, Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt comes from a mother and father home. I just look at these things as an incentive to like work hard at your relationship. Sometimes we left frivolously. Like, me can't take all this BS no more. I say, I'm out of here. And you don't even care. And you just want your peace and your freedom. So you think at the time. Then you look back at all these people and you're like, damn, this is human condition. Them they got through all this stuff. They went through all this stuff. Them just never did left. And they put something ahead of themselves. This is what it actually means to really love. People will say, I love you. Do you really? Do you really? How much are you willing to give up for me? Well, when you talk about that now, me not really want to give up nothing still, me not give up nothing for you. But me love you still. Yeah, well, you don't really love. So parents sacrifice so their children can have a stable platform, so their children can catapult into greatness and not just be average or mediocre, so they can sit one side and say, I did it. I was a single mom and I did it. My son is doing great. Okay, he's doing great, but he could have done greater. You know what I mean? We're not chastising no single parents this morning because we don't know the dynamics of your relationship. Some on the run left, some beaten and abused and these kind of things. We're just saying that that's another dynamic to look at. See it? Right. Lulu Ridges says, SouFlo, some unions have fate intervene more times. Lulu Ridges, me not look upon it like that, I look at it at two people. That's the thing about it. Two people, when two people get together and share the same mindset and decide that no matter what, this is it for me, come hell or high water, we are going to make this work, it's going to work. People will look at it and say, the Lord must have touched that relationship, fate must have intervened, and yeah, but the two people, they depend on the same page. One person can't do it, because no matter how loving you are, no matter how much disrespect you're willing to take to make it work, no matter how sacrifice you're willing to sacrifice, if the next person is not on the same page, you're going to get left alone. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is two people who say, this is it for me. I don't want nothing else. Come hell or high water, me don't want nothing else. Nothing else outside is prettier. Nothing else outside, me don't want more than this. I want this, and I want to build this to the greatness that I think could come from it. Once that happens with two people, it's going to look like miracles were worked in that union. That's how I see it, right? But them don't give a shit about you saying Reggae Girl said. We know that, Reggae Girl. We know that. Reggae Girl said, what you're saying, SouFlo, the higher authorities don't respect Usain Bolt and they don't honor him at all. Andrew just doing a face card. Yeah, man, just like how him show up at certain places when him a give at the house, and him show up at certain places when him show up at certain places when people, family get shot up and dead, show up at certain places when it's all political for them. It's all political for them. They don't give two shits about Usain like that. But bigger than that, they don't give two shits about the rest of us like that either. Something was very telling in that last interview Usain did on The Fix, where Usain said, in all of this, he actually got his wake-up call kind of thing. Not in these exact words, but he said something about it was humbling and sobering to see where he sits on the food chain. He said something about the food chain and him realizing where he sits on the food chain. I elaborated on that and I said, somewhere in his mind, he thought, I'm Usain Bolt, my bigger yard, my bigger broad, right? I'm high up on the food chain, I've worked for it, I've earned it, and I continue to maintain it. Bolt never gonna know we're gonna embarrass we yet, so we can hold on with him and say, Jesus Christ, big Usain Bolt on big embarrassment. You have to live up to that. He lives a squeaky clean life, right? Right. He found out him still down us up on the food chain. That's a sobering. You're still down here on the food chain. Yeah, that's a sobering feeling. So if them can think that about him, imagine the rest of us, right? Yeah, Stacey Ann, exactly. Him trying to look good in front of the public. Election time now. Election time is here, and that is the name of the game. Even if it wasn't election time, he still would have sent that out because that's what makes him look good in front of everybody else. With that said, again, we send out our genuine condolences, and life goes on. That's the hard part. You'll smile again. You'll cry today. You'll grieve. Your heart will hurt. But even today, you'll still smile because you'll have memories of him that will make you smile even while crying. So again, big up to Usain Bolt and peace and comfort to his family in these times. See? Mommy, I like your outfit, Mommy. I like your outfit, Mommy. You ready for school? Babe, I forgot start use that different camera here, because once your outfit them just now show up like how they're supposed to on this generic camera. I'm gonna try to put it up today and see if it works. You go, girly. Come, my baby. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
All right. This is Malani's what we call this moment.
Outfit check.
Outfit check, Mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the little beautiful Malani, and we're gonna do an outfit check this morning, and then she's gonna be off to school. All right. So give her moment so she can do her outfit check. You see all the hearts, Mommy?
Yeah. I can't see all the hearts.
You can see all the hearts? All right, stand up on Daddy.
Yeah, please.
Stand up on me so I have to lift you up. You're getting heavy. So what we rocking today? We're wearing jumper. It's like a short jumper set with a oh man, we have to show off the details of this. This is very fashionable. Them can't really see it. Kick up your foot, Mommy. And we rocking some Adidas today. All right. Foot down. So we got on some suede tip Adidas classics. We got on some frilly girly socks. We have on a khaki colored jumper, short set jumper, and our overalls. And we have on what looks like a tank. Watch it pause now. Oh, we have on a tank top that is not no regular tank top. This is you see the shoulder looks like this right here. All right. And we have to show off the little pretty face as well with those beautiful eyes. And then we got to show off the hair as well, looking all gorgeous and stuff. Ooh, you go, girl. Turn around. Show the beautiful face again. Ooh, that's Daddy Princess. All right. Tell the people that have a good day, and you'll see them later.
Have a good day.
All right. See you later. I love you.
There's no monkey on the computer. There's no monkey on the computer.
No, we're on one computer today.
Why?
Because this one finally worked.
But this one didn't work?
No, I'm reading from that one, and I'm broadcasting from this one.
You're doing the morning thoughts?
Yes, I'm doing morning thoughts. I love you.
Love you.
All right.
Mommy put the lotion on me. Yeah.
Mommy put lotion on you? All right, go have a good day. Daddy, see you later, okay?
You still need the keys for the car. You still need the keys for the car.
Keys for what car?
The other car that's outside.
No, Mommy has her own keys. She has both the keys.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you.
See you later. I want you to ask me for key for, babe. In your car? Oh. All right. Have a great day, princess. Thank you, Virtuous Fire. Thank you, everybody. Reggae Girl says, and the thief in PM don't even accomplish half of what Usain accomplished, and he's the richest man in Jamaica. Yeah, that's why you work yourself into one of them positions there, you know, so you can rob up the people them and get rich. You know, see, all the Jamaican politicians, they were rich and rotted, and all they did was sit in office, and they became rich. Yeah, so that tells me a lot. But anyway, we're going to move on to our next topic, you know, because at 9:30, we said we have to finish this, you know. All right? So our next topic now, this is near and dear to my heart as well. We ain't going to talk about that one yet. We're going to talk about the driving in Jamaica part. Because I talk about this, and it's like the people are not hearing me. Stop the streaming and driving at the same time. It's a bad habit that a lot of us have picked up. Driving while using your cell phone, driving while watching YouTube, driving while checking out Instagram. There was a test that was done, a demonstration rather, and a video was put out of how many feet you cover driving in a car, going at regular speed. I believe it was done at 40, 45 miles per hour. The 1 second you look down to check a comment and look back up, you have covered the length of a football field, right? So people out there who are driving and looking and driving and looking and driving and looking and reading and scrolling, you're about to kill somebody or kill yourself. Not only that, my thing about Jamaica is the whole heap of speed demon them that's on the road. But not only the speed demon them, the rest of the people them condone it too, in two ways. One, you can't say anything anymore to people. Because when I see the accident them, I said, well, if them never did that speed, that wouldn't happen. One bag of people, my youth, just say condolences or shut your BBC and go about your business, yo. I no time for that now. But it's the truth. And when else do you get to tell them? The two car them wouldn't mash up like that if they weren't speeding, right? So you can't even tell the people them say, them are speed. And them need to cut down on the speed. Instead, they want you to join the pity party and be sad like everybody. Oh, God. Everybody dead in the car, Jesus Christ. And then it repeats itself tomorrow again. That's one. Two, when I'm in Jamaica, right, and I'm driving, it happens everywhere. When you see the headlight, them a flash, so somebody a flash you with them headlight. You know, at first I didn't know what it meant. I mean, that day I say, Bill, I wonder if I drive with my light off or something. But a daylight, we don't need light. Until somebody said, no, man, I want you say police down the road. I mean, I say, Jamaicans are complicit in so many things and don't even know it. If you are flash a one, people say police down the road, roadblock set up down the road, right? You see gunman car, wheel off and gone back the next way. What you just did, you just helped the gunman to avoid the damn police, like the police trap that they have set for them, a checkpoint for them, right? But not only that, when the people them are speed, I'm about to go kill off somebody, make the police catch them. You that they are flash. So those are the two things in Jamaica that really bothers me when I see it. I don't need you to flash me about police because I don't do nothing illegal. You understand? So if the police then pull me over at a checkpoint, then pull me over at a checkpoint. But I've seen it many times where people flash, and I see car wheel off and gone the next way. And I'm like, yep, you're helping without even knowing and helping to do all the wrong things. See, driving in Jamaica is off the chart, dangerous as hell. And if you are not only driving for yourself, but the other idiots that are behind their wheels, says Kaz Robinson. I drive in Jamaica, people ask me how I do it. I say you drive like anywhere else. You take your time, go about your business. You don't do the speed thing like they do. But oftentimes it's somebody who crush up in a you, even though you were obeying all the laws, going at the speed limit, doing everything right, etc., you still get caught up. This particular incident, the car them mash up, like people crumble up paper. So following an early Sunday morning motor vehicle crash that claimed the lives of 4 people, including a child, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, has hit out against the practice of some motorists streaming videos and watching videos, among other things, while they are driving. Live streaming, I'm on TikTok right now, walk on and thing, and you're flying down the highway or flying around some road and thing. Sunday's crash occurred on the St. Catherine leg of the PJ Patterson Highway around 12:30 a.m. in the vicinity of KM 5/850 eastbound. The deadly crash involved a 2002 Toyota Probox and a black 2022 Mercedes-Benz motor car. I can tell you right now that both of them vehicles here mash up to no return. The deceased includes 2 females, Taisha Manhertz and Wendy Lammy, both 22 and 29 years old respectively, and 2 males, Andre McLeish and Trace Stewart, 27 and 8 years old respectively. According to the police, the deceased, they were among nearly a dozen passengers, including children, who were traveling in a Toyota Probox motor car that was heading into Kingston. The Probox motor car reportedly overturned after the driver lost control of the vehicle and then crashed into a median on the highway. That wasn't the end of their problem. Watch this. First of all, don't drive fast with me. If you drive fast with me, stop and let me out right there, so. That's what Jamaican people need to do. Mr. Jamaican people have man drive with them and them in their talk about whoa, rotted, whoa, not me. Until the vehicle shoot gone over gully and everybody is like, Jesus Christ, them dead. No, if everybody said don't drive like that with me, stop and let me out, they will be forced to do exactly what you said. You see, it's gonna take a concerted effort, to stop this, Their Probox overturned after their driver lost control of the vehicle. I've been driving since I was 14 years old. I'm a big grown ass man in my 40s. Me never lost control of no vehicle and it overturned yet. Obviously, reckless, careless, rotted driving he was doing with all these people in his vehicle, and this what happened. So the police further reported that while the occupants of that Probox were attempting to get out of the vehicle because it did turn over after it licked the median, the Mercedes-Benz came flying down, heading into Kingston, and crashed into the overturned Probox, killing the 4 people. Several others received injuries and were taken to the hospital. As so fast the Mercedes-Benz driver, him did a drive too. You didn't see a vehicle overturned in the road with how much them said 12, 16 people are come out of it, and you crash in a that. And you crash so hard you kill everybody in your vehicle. Based on information he obtained from the police, Jones pointed out that there is some evidence that distracted driving, among other factors, played a role in this Sunday's deadly crash. The police report suggested that somebody was speeding. No shite. There was distracted driving and there is inquiries about a collision with a vehicle in a previous crash. This is our worst nightmare come true, as road safety advocates, he said. He pointed out that what is required are drivers who are not watching videos and live streaming videos while they are driving and all kinds of craziness. Drivers who don't speed and who are not distracted, who don't drive under the influence of alcohol or weed, or who don't use their cell phones and drive, pedestrians who use the roads carefully. What it's going to take is people who don't do none of them things that, and pedestrians who use the roads carefully. In this context of reported distracted driving and speed, of the 5 components that make up the safety system approach that the National Road Safety Council has been promoting: safe roads, safe vehicles, safe speed, safe road users, and an efficient post-crash system, by far the most important one we face in this country is producing safe road users. The NRSC, so safe road users. In Jamaica, them blame everything, and the pothole in the road, and the vehicle malfunction is the weather, and we couldn't see. It was the lighting, and the government needs to put more light around here. So is they just go on and on about everything else. You know, the mother of one of them did that on a video, and I said how they're at the hospital and she needs to get a brain scan, but the hospital don't have the equipment to get the brain scan, so they have to gather up money to carry her go to next hospital. And immediately I thought to myself, these are the same people that's going to go vote for somebody who kept their emergency response for the country so inadequate for all these years. But people like them never hear what we're saying until it lands on for them doorstep. So now your family member need a brain scan after an accident like this, and now you're concerned that the hospital don't have the equipment to do the brain scan from the same accident. But we talk about all these things all the time. We get cussed out all the time. We get told how much we don't love Jamaica all the time. We always a chat bad about Jamaica, when all we're trying to do is make sure that them people here get the things that they need, because them are few people too. And they're going to go vote back. Tomorrow them in a green and a party time and is election time again. She a beg, please, Mr. Tufton, please. That's not how you do business, Jamaica. You have power. When you beg your politicians and talk about, please, please, Mr. Tufton, you sound subservient. You sound like you're worshiping somebody who is superior to you. Remember, say, you put them in a power, you know. So without you, they are powerless. So when you say you couldn't fix up the hospital in a way where we don't have to worry about how we get help in case of emergencies like this, you need to go. You vote them the hell out and put somebody else in. And when the somebody else don't do it, you vote them Ross out too, and then you play flip-flop with all of them and make everybody know, say, you will never get a continuous long time in power until you start doing what we say. We'll cut your power short every election until you do what we say, even if you can't find a better of the two. And you do that until you start finding a better of the two. It grieved me to see accidents like these happen. Nobody now listen. Nobody ain't being careful. Because if you go up on the road right now, everybody say this, you know. You go up on the road right now, them gone right past you the same way. Like 4 people never dead recently and a bag of other people get injured on that same piece of road. Also, same thing again with the politics. So we can't really save the people then. I would say it's a place where you reach, as a person like me now, I reach a place where I realize certain things about my Jamaican people and about how Jamaica is ran. And I don't want to say it's a place of defeated feeling. It's a place of realizing. And I'm still trying to fight for change because it affects me too. Because if me getting an accident in Jamaica, me want to make sure there's something there where if me need a brain scan, that it is available right at every hospital. It should be available. They shouldn't be talking about, well, you know, it happened at town, but we have to go carry them go to Mobile because the one at Mobile have it. That's a great distance. Time is of the essence. My life is on the line. Right? Now, he said that all the work and the NRSC has been dedicating to road safety is to prevent these tragedies from happening. Jones underscored the road fatalities placed second on the list of the leading cause of violent deaths in Jamaica. Murder sits at number 1 spot. Look at us. Look how we. On the cost government and say, oh, the road them chaka and give we no good road from God know when. The government pave off the road, on the look on it and say, rotted is a racetrack. It's smooth and nicey. Make me see how fast the car can go. Too many Jamaicans feel like, say, whatever is on the dashboard, that's what they should be driving at. So if it's a 190 on the dash, the car must go 190 all the time. Where we come from with this? Where we come from with this? Murder is at number 1, car accidents at number 2. That's how we taking ourselves out. If I know the murder and them a take we out, it's just us going on the road and just driving reckless and don't care. Car accident at number 2. They were all under the age of 30. That's another one. This is absolutely shocking, and it happened to one of the best roads in the country. All our efforts are to try and prevent this kind of craziness, this kind of suffering and pain for families. 92 people have died in similar circumstances this year alone on the roads. It happened on one of the best piece of roads in Jamaica. 92, already. Little small Jamaica. The pain and the grief of families and for the nation is what we must all attend to. How can we bring this to an end? We need all resources possible. Everybody has to be on deck with this. The entire nation has to be on deck with this to try to put a stop to this kind of multiple fatality crashes. It's happening way too often. It's scary. We continue to speak. We continue to warn. We continue to work with civil society and the government, especially with the police, to try and put an end to this. It can be done, but every hand needs to be on deck. Every hand needs to be on deck. Last year, we're at 92 now. Deaths on the road in similar crashes. Last year, this same time, there were 14 more to that 92. That's crazy. According to the reports, it says in January, there were 30 people who died from 28 different collisions. That's January. That's starting out the new year. In February, there were 27 collisions, which led to another 30 deaths. In March, so far, today's April 1st. In March, 32 more deaths from 28 different crashes. I don't know if them numbers are not resonate with people or what. Let me say it again for you real quick. In January, you see, 30 people dead on the road them in Jamaica from 28 different crash. That's January alone for 2025. In February, 27 collisions. 30 people dead from that too. 30 people dead in January, 30 people dead on the road in February. In March, 32 more dead from 28 different crashes. We crazy. I think we crazy. I think we're crazy for true. But you know what? No matter how we try to talk, it look like nobody is listening. It look like, because it keeps happening, and it keeps happening about the same number it always happens at. So when you're up on the road in Jamaica, wear your seatbelt, buckle up, obey the laws of the road, and heighten your vigilance. Drive carefully. I see the woman complaining about out there upon the toll, come go out there which part the accident happened, Me say, dark out there, government need to put more light on the road. And I said to myself, say, rotted, if them did have to drive which part me come from upper Clarendon, them would have dead long time then. Which part me come from, some gully, If you drop over there and no wall, no there, the wall them broke for a long time. Talk about infrastructure fixing up of the country. If your car ever slip and go so, and no light, no the pandemic road there, you know. And the road them maga so, and then build into the side of the hills. So you either look up in the mountain or you're going over the precipice. And we drive there with no light for years. I want to get big paved off road with toll booth and everything. And I thought about government need to put lights on there, as if there's no light on there making uno crash up like that. Accountability, man. Accountability. We have to do better, or else it's going to continue to be just this. Just this. Can't say nothing more about it. Passing by quickly, because I see time is up on me. Dr. Horace Chang, Minister of National Security, has vowed that he will reclaim these communities from gangsters and he will tackle school violence. 2 minutes. So with Jamaica experienced a significant decline in its homicide rate, according to them, the government is looking to focus more heavily on social intervention in schools to tackle violence, the education environment, and rebuild communities that are overrun by gangsters. National Security Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Horace Chang, who made the overall declaration, opined that gangsters often do not reside in these affected communities because of their financial means. Them get rich so them can go live somewhere else now. Speaking at Friday's lunch at the 2023 Jamaica National Crime Victimization Survey report, blah, 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 Chang stressed the importance of, okay, I'm going to put it like this, without even going through all of that. Dr. Horace Chang and our Prime Minister has never had gangsters in Jamaica under control. Gangsterism run yard. So every now and then when election time come around, they are going to take these communities back from these gangsters and make Jamaica safe again like that. And, you know, I'm just going to say this. You haven't been able to do it all these years. Me not believe you say you're going to do it now. All right? And we're just going to leave it at that. You haven't been able to do it all these years. I don't think you're going to do it now. So we're going to leave it at that. Jamaica people, wake up. Okay? Them about to call election in Jamaica. Politics is at play. You're getting a lot of promises from people who are saying they don't give promises, they fulfill them, and all these other kind of things. It's up to you. What you get next is what you voted for or what you did not vote for. I will sit back and watch the results. On to a different topic now before I go into my last topic for the morning. The internet is really made for intelligent people and fools alike. I put up a video this morning about Donald Trump seeking a third term in office. I know a lot of you are going to say, damn, how? Because according to the Constitution, a president can only serve 2 terms, whether he does it simultaneously or he does it consecutively or he does it, any other way. Well, there's something called the 22nd Amendment. That is the amendment that regulates that a president cannot do more than 2 terms. They're tweaking that right now. The campaign has started. Anyways, the big talk is that if Trump gets to do a 3rd term, then Obama would be brought back to do another term. And his next election would look like Donald Trump running against President Obama. By the way, the numbers that were put out this morning, Kamala Harris barely lost that election, barely, in terms of numbers. With that though, here comes none other than a black man who says, name me one thing that this jigaboo Obama has ever accomplished. You know, Sam set me off, right? I'm going to speak to something completely different now, using him as an example. Go looking at the comment section, you will see what I said to him. But name me one thing that this jigaboo Obama has ever accomplished. You know, a lot of you are going to die and leave this life with nothing but your opinions of people. That's it. You won't leave behind a legacy. You won't leave behind something your grandkids can chew on or look at and remember you. You won't even leave behind anything to make anybody else better. You came and then you weren't here anymore. And the whole time you're here, you're casting judgment and making these disparaging remarks about people who have set all those things in place and who have accomplished way more than you ever did and look like you ever will, kind of thing. That's how I think of that. Because how dare you? Now me look on the brother himself look like a jigaboo. How dare you? And this is the internet, you know. The internet allows a jigaboo to actually call a highly accomplished individual a jigaboo. I call it projecting. Projecting. You're projecting what you are onto somebody who is not what you are. You are the jigaboo. You are the real jigaboo. But we're going to left that one right there, so. My last topic for the morning now is headset orders the same physical requirements for men and women in combat roles, says U.S. has allowed the standards to slip. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth issued a memo on Monday ordering men and women in the U.S. military to meet the same physical fitness requirements. He said, if they want to serve in combat roles, saying the Pentagon had allowed standards to slip, different standards for men and women in combat arms, MOS, and jobs, that's not acceptable. Hegseth said in a video that was posted on X, which used to be Twitter, using the abbreviation for military occupational skills, which is MOS, or job types. He said that we have to have the same standards, male and female, in our combat roles to ensure that our men and women who are under our leaders or in those formations have the best possible leaders and the highest possible standards that are not based at all on your sex. The memo, which orders the military branches to develop comprehensive plans to distinguish combat arms occupations from non-combat arms occupations, specifies in hand underlined text that the soon-to-be developed standards must be not result in any existing service member being held to a lower standard. So basically, he has put out a memo to the military to overhaul stuff right away. All entry-level and sustained physical fitness requirements within combat arms positions must be sex neutral, based solely on the operational demands of the occupation and the readiness needed to confront any adversary. So, like I said before, I wore the blue cord. I served in the infantry, right? That is as frontline as it gets. When I left service, a couple of years later, I heard that women were now allowed to serve in the infantry. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello. Okay. So women are allowed to serve in the infantry. Let me tell you something, right? Infantry life is rough as hell. I mean, there's no words for me to describe how rough this is for you unless you've been through it, but I'll get close to it. If you could imagine a group of guys that sleep in the dirt, train in the mud, in the snow, in any kind of weather, they get dirty, they're aggressive as hell. It's just a bunch of dogs, or a group of lions, if you will. Testosterone-filled, driven. I didn't see a place for a female to be in that group. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
You're up on topic, family.
Nina, you just said something about burning you must burn you know?
No, sir.
I didn't like that topic for the other day when you were in Jamaica. I see your kids them jump up on their grandparents' tomb and all that stuff. It looks so nice, you know, man. When somebody burn and get your ashes, nobody can jump on your thing.
Oh, yeah, man. We passed that already, man. Me not care about that because I'm gone. But we're talking about something else now.
I've been watching you a long time. I'm from Carolina, too, man.
All right, big up yourself. But we are trying to end the live right now because we have like
okay,
4 minutes left.
Sorry about that.
All right. Manners. Yeah, that's a personal choice. Anyhow, yeah, serving in the infantry, we're grimy as it gets. If I'm supposed to do a mission with you, like I'll give you one example. One night I'm camped out in the middle of Iraq, and we had to take a house, right? So we took this house. That entails, let me try to see how I could put it in civilian terms. This entails sneaking up a block, right? Finding a house while we're being overwatched by snipers, knocking a door, taking that house, going up to the roof, and using that house and their roof for further surveillance while the commander and others conduct business the following day on that street. So we had to go in the night before, and we had to get planted in the night before. Our snipers got planted in way before us, and then we came in after, and then the commanders come in after. So while we up there doing that now, you find yourself on a rooftop for 2-3 days, right? Your period comes on. Well, what do we do with that? We up there swinging dick, pissing in bottles. What do we do with your period comes on? What do we do? And no disrespect to women, but if I'm around women, I could usually tell when their period is on because it has a smell to it. I usually make a joke where I say, when a woman farts, you could tell when her period is on because it smells like raw blood mixed with a stink-ass fart smell. Without no farting, I could tell when a woman's period is on, right? Especially if she hasn't done proper hygiene. It's hard to do proper hygiene in those situations. You literally pull out your things and wipe it down with a baby wipes and tuck your shit back in. You're shitting in a bag. You're pissing in a bottle. Where did women, how does a woman fit into that? And in the middle of doing all that, if we take fire, we got to shoot, move, and communicate, and we got to go. And then I'm going to have a girl with me who can't carry the type of stuff that I'm supposed to be carrying. Everybody has 60, 80, 90, 120 pounds on them. Can't depend on you to carry that. Oh, because I'm a girl and I have to carry only the light stuff because I can't hump for the next 2-3 miles under fire carrying this bag right here. You understand? So when I got out and I heard like a couple of years later, all right, Crystal G, exactly that. Most women I know, they talk about them period pain. Then them have some attitude sometime and you're like, damn, what's wrong with you? And you hear, man, I'm on my period, leave me alone. And you're like, yeah, you grouchy as hell. We ain't going through no period out there. We're completely locked in. We're completely mission focused. And we're physically trained to handle the rigors of getting up and moving at the blink of an eye. And moving at lightning speed too. Then I got to worry about you. Then if we get into a situation where it comes to hand-to-hand combat, I got to worry about if you could overpower this big-ass man right here. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know who. I think in the midst of everything that was going on and the race to make women equal and she could do everything a man could do, somebody had a hair up their ass and a wise idea that women should serve in combat too, right alongside 11 Bravo infantry soldiers. There's no place for you there, woman. Not unless you one of them woman there where we can't tell say you is a woman. Because you got those. So Hegseth saying, you can't be expecting them to do the same job but have different physical requirements. That's not going to work. So everybody in this job right here, because they want equality, right? So everybody in this job right here must qualify in the same way. That means if I have to do 75 push-ups, 80 push-ups per 2 minutes or whatever the requirements are for whatever age group, she has to do the same damn thing too. If I got to run a 2 minute, 10 mile, 2 minute, or a 2 mile, 10, 12 minute 2 miler, she got to do the same thing too. If I got to hump the next 10 miles with 60 pounds on my back, she got to do the same thing too. While carrying a crew serve weapon, she got to do the same thing too. That's only right. That's only right. All my years in service, not only was I think there's a certain prestige to actually having only men in the infantry. We talk different. And I said this before, we are so inappropriate and we don't know how to be appropriate because it's all just men. And we do everything together. I don't want some of my Jamaican brother them turn this into some Batman something, right? We shit, shave, sleep together, eat together. We do everything together. You understand? So it's all swinging dicks in there. We call that shit hard legs and swinging dicks. That's it. I don't see a place for a woman in there. Now they got to go make a different shower. Our showers have 12 heads. You're not in there watch man body. You're in there to take a shower and get out. So you walk past the next naked man. Hey, what up? Yeah, you good? All right, bet. Hey, what y'all doing later? Man, listen. I ain't going back out there, wash my nuts, wash my ass, wring out my rug. You know what I'm saying? And I'm up out of there. Where does a woman fit in that? They're going to have to put in a ladies' bathroom now in an infantry unit. You know? It don't fit. It don't fit. And still women will try to force themselves in there. We belong. We can do everything that a man can do. Just leave some things for a man to do, please. Just thank him when he's done doing it. Leave some things for men to do and thank them for doing it. You don't have no business doing it as a woman. And that's my take on it. Do I care who opposes that? I really don't care. Virtuous Fire said my son left his in the living room. I went to move it. I had to leave it right there. It was just, what? It was just push it over. Are you talking about his rock? Good point. I need to understand that a female has other obstacles that does not align with direct combat. Her strength cannot match a hardcore man. She can't. She is not cut for combat. She is not cut out for combat. Am I saying she can't do some of the things we do? Of course. But I've been to war. And how war is fought, she ain't cut out for combat. You go days dirty. You go days dirty. Ain't nobody got time to worry about your female things that's going on. The Buffalo Soldieress says the only means she could have to battle and practice her strongest command to slow her abilities, I think, be satisfied being her job detail and leave infantry alone. WBSK FM says they have one woman who made it through Navy SEAL training, which is about a year. I've never believed that every position suits a woman, says Audrey Wright. Virtuous Fire says yes. Karen Notice says women should have their own barracks, and that's the only way that they can serve. Sheldon Weldon says the truth is there's never going to be equality. Hold on. I've never believed that. Okay, oh, you take back your comment. All right, women would have their so in the military. This is how it works, right? They have their own barracks. Women and men are in different barracks, except for the infantry. When we move, right? When we roll, everything we do is tactical. We live it so that when time comes for us to execute in combat, it is our day-to-day thing already. So we even when there's no war going on, this is how we live. They have a saying, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's us. We stay ready. The government pays us to stay ready for war, so we don't have to get ready. We ready every day. So this is our everyday life, how we live. When we roll out and we're going like to another base or whatever, they know when it's us that roll into their base. They know when it's us that's on their base, especially if we go to like an Air Force base or you could hear, oh shit, the infantry guys are here. The infantry guys are here. Where are they? Where are they? And they start gathering up and looking at us like we're a friggin' specimen. And we sit down in our groups and, we talk about their chow halls because their chow halls look like some 5-star all-you-can-eat restaurant. Ours don't look like that. Their barracks look like a good hotel that you could sleep in, pay money for the night. Ours don't look like that. We live rough. We train rough. We live rough. It just ain't for a woman. And it's always just guys around. So guys around guys could say things where you don't have to worry about somebody saying, oh, he's sexually molesting me, or he's sexually harassing me, or he said something that was inappropriate and deemed disrespectful to women. We say the most inappropriate shit to each other out loud because it's only us. So, Mr. Headset, I appreciate that. Thank you. I didn't vote for Trump. I don't like your president, a lot of stuff that he has going on, but I'm not going to say I disagree with everything. There are a lot of stuff that he's implemented that I actually do agree with. That's how the cookie crumbles. There's good and bad in everything. This is one of the goods for me. So, Flo, since you've been through the experience, then you know it. So it's a good viewpoint. Sheldon Weldon says, yeah, the Air Force bases are better, T-95 South. The Air Force, we call them the Chair Force. Chair Force. There are other names and words that are said, but I won't say them here. The Navy is, we just have names for them. We have names for them from one to another. End of the day is no hard feelings though, because when the orders come down and when it's time to ride out and accomplish a mission, we all become one. But I think we all have names for each other, right? Like I told y'all before, the Marines usually say, oh, you in the Army. Army ain't ready for the Marines yet. That's what the hell Army means. Get up out of here. All right. And Air Force, we call them Chair Force because your life's so easy. You just sit in the chair all day, punching buttons. You got the other ones who we call Army mattresses. I won't say which one. You could guess. Because, their females are like super attracted to the guys over there, especially the infantry guys. And then, we just have names for different, but it's all fun rivalry. All fun rivalry. End of the day, no women in the infantry, man. And if this is a way to weed them out, then use it and weed them the hell out. I don't want to hear about it no more. I don't even want to see them in there. I saw a picture with these two women just finished infantry training at Fort Benning, Georgia. I just skipped that shit like I was so upset. I was like, yeah, scroll. I want to see this bullshit. Women in it. Yeah, scroll. Just finished Ranger School. Scroll. I don't want to see that. So please hold them to the same standards. And if they can complete all of that and they could do everything that we do, then they deserve to be there. If not, and y'all cutting corners to put them in there, you are jeopardizing lives. You are jeopardizing lives. I don't give a shit about nothing when I go to war. When I go to combat, all I need to know is you able to do what I can do. and then we both making it home to our families, or we both going to do our best to make it home to our families. I don't need to worry about, well, shit, she can't do this, and she might not be able to do that, and she's a girl, so you know she can't see this, and then she's gonna have to be that's too much extraness. That's too much extraness. Take them out, please. Our business is kill or be killed business. Our business is life or death business. This ain't nothing to play with. This ain't no time to be like soften it up so the girls could fit in. Man, go do that do that somewhere else. Just not in the infantry, please. Just not in any combat arms, period. With that said, I'll leave this one right here this morning. I said I was going to be finished at 9:30. It's 9:41. It's time for me to go. I'll catch you tomorrow right here, if God spare my life, on Morning Thoughts. Miss Ruby, my grandmother said, be good. But if you can't be good, be careful. And my grandfather said, I'll see you tomorrow if God spare my life. Y'all don't remember, go find Usain Bolt on Instagram or whatever platform you're on, and, you know, send him some best wishes. All right? See you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.